Hey guys, my name is Eric and we're here to talk about the Smock TFV12 Prince tank. Pretty sweet looking tank, expander glass, cool tip. Love the way it vapes. We can talk about that later though. First I just want to do a quick unboxing video, prime a coil, fill the tank, and then we'll talk about pros and cons and see how it vapes.
So we're going to check out the TFV12 Prince and what comes in the box. Standard smoke packaging here. Open this guy up and show you. Now it seems like what Smock did is everybody on the market is kind of adding expander glasses and cool resin tips to their devices, so they decided to get ahead of that and give us one that comes with it. Looks pretty sweet. We have here the manual. Pretty simple stuff. Some little cards and paperwork, use your attention manual. Standard O-rings and top cap cover. And this is what we all want to see, the coils. They look a lot like Baby Beast coils or Cloud Beast coils, somewhere in between in size. We got another one here. This one here is the 0.15, and it is the best 80 to 100 watt coil. You can see that in the camera there. And this one here is 0.12 resistance and 80 to 110 watts. Now, these are both a little bit higher than most Baby Beast coils go, but a little lower than most Cloud Beast coils go. And we also have an extra glass, replacement glass. Alright, so I think I'm going to prime up one of these coils. Let's go with this crazy one that looks like it has 10 parallel coils in it. Got this Loyalty Berry Cake, one of my new favorites. Just going to put a few drops here in the middle into each coil. And I'm just going to watch these side holes and wait for them to get wet. Oh, we got a little bit going on there. Well, that's wicking really well. Did not take much juice. A little bit more right in the inside, just a few drops in each corner. Oh, we got this getting real wet here. Again, I don't know how much the camera's picking it up, but this hole's really wet here. This one's getting there. Most of these are pretty soaked, so I'm just going to give it like a couple more drops on one side. Let it all soak in. Well, I box this stuff back up, and then we are going to install this coil here. It all just screws apart, just like any old Baby Beast or Cloud Beast coil and tank. These are all the parts here. This glass is just held on by a coil, so there's no coil in it. It doesn't stay together. So we're going to put this coil in here. This is pretty much all it takes to change a coil too. This one that I took out is a big single coil here. It's a 0.4 and it's best 60 to 80. That's more like a, it looks kind of like a Q coil, from the same as the Q coil for the Prince, but it looks like the Q coil from the Baby Beast or the Cloud Beast. And it's about the same range as the Baby T8 coils. But this guy looks like it's going to be fun and crazy, so we're going to try it out. So we just hold the glass in between and screw that all together. Nice and finger tight. This top cap is just going to open just like any other, except we have the button lock here, so it won't open on accident while it's just swinging around in my hands. If I just click this button a little bit, it flips open real nice. So we're going to fill her up. Well, that's a nice big juice hole. I like that. That's a big improvement over the last couple models they've had. Oh, it looks like I could just dump juice in there even with like a glass dripper bottle. That's easy, nice. Okay. Filling right up. That takes a good amount of juice. Alright, now close the top cap. And it's nice and tight. Alright, well, I'm going to screw it onto a mod here, and then we're going to check it out and see how it vapes. See you up top.
Alright guys, well now we're here to talk about this TFV12 Prince tank. Some pros and cons, what do we think about it? First things first, this thing is large. I mean really big. It holds 8 milliliters of juice. Check that out. This expanded glass here sticks out from the body of the tank and just holds a lot of juice. It seems like, as I said before, a lot of third-party companies are just making these acrylic, plastic, Pyrex, expander glasses to fit on not just smock tanks, but a lot of other tanks. And Smock wanted to get ahead of it. Next thing, right away, you notice this really sweet looking drip tip. I mean, it's got this hexagonal pattern and some big ovals in it and a whole bunch of different colors. I really like this tip. If I could have chosen one, I wouldn't have chosen one as nice as this. This is a good call. Next, we got a ton of airflow, man. I mean, you can see through that airflow. It's huge. It's at least the size of the 12, the TFV12 King. Now, this is one of the major innovations that Smock has made that a couple other tanks have been doing lately. It's this push button right here. So, if you've ever owned a Smock tank, you know that one of the major annoyances is this flip cap coming open when you don't want it to. It's pretty annoying. You know what? I've got my cloud beast. Give me a sec. This guy flips right open pretty easily. Most of the time it doesn't cause any trouble, but when it does, man, you really don't want to dump a whole tank out in your backpack. This guy, that is not going to happen. But it's real easy to open. We just click this button and the whole thing flips open easy. And that leads us to my next point. This juice flow hole. Man, that thing is huge. It's so easy to dump juice in there. I talked about that in the unboxing a little bit, but look at that now that we can get a little better view on the camera. That thing is huge. So, all around, great design, easy to use, but what about the flavor? What about the clouds? That's really what we're after, right? Man, I gotta say that the flavor on this thing is dense and powerful. I mean, I put some kind of sweet cakey juice in here, the berry cake, and it is just perfect. I mean, it's just enough that the vape isn't so hot that it burns you, but it's powerful and satisfying. The cloud production is, I mean, it's not going to keep up with the Cloud Beast King, let's be real, but it's easily capable of keeping up with the Cloud Beast or just about any other tank out there. The feel of the head is just right. It's got enough airflow that it feels like you're really, you know, sucking down a lot of juice, but at the same time, it's tight enough that the draw is satisfying. It has a little bit of resistance to it. And I don't really like using tanks as much as I used to. I'm more of a dripper guy myself, but this thing has changed my mind. I've had this thing stuck to my H-Cigar VT250 for a while now, and I think it's going to stay attached. Now, if I had to come up with any cons, I feel like I'm reaching a little bit. I mean, again, I would have liked to maybe been able to have a simpler color drip tip, but once I got it and had it for a little while, this cool multicolor one really grew on me. I mean, I could feel like I could put it on a whole bunch of different mods, and it's going to look good no matter what I put it on because of the cool mix of colors in it. Other than that, I'd just say that coils, I mean, they're all pretty good, all the ones I've tried so far. If I had to ask for anything else, maybe I'd say I wish they lasted longer, but I feel like I'm reaching. I mean, most smart coils lasted, for most people, it seems like about a week, 7 days. I mean, several tanks of juice. And this one still hasn't run out on me, so maybe not so much a longer lasting coil, but an RBA would have been really nice to come in the box, which I didn't get, but I think it's going to be out there. Other than that, this is a sweet little tank. Made by Smock. MSRP is $45. If you want to pick one up, you can get them where I got them, at Smoko Vapor, a local retailer in Chicago. I'm going to include the addresses of all the 7 retail locations at the end of the video. However, if you're a wholesaler, there's a website, Midwest Goods. I'm also going to introduce that website and a link at the end of the video too. That is the people you want to contact about, ordering dozens and dozens of these things. Talking about stocking your shop with them, or if you have an online distributor. But other than that, I think this is a pretty sweet tank. It might be the best one that they've made so far. I mean, it holds more juice than any other one. The flavor is just dense and powerful while still making the massive cloud production that I have been known to really, really like. So that's about it for me in the TFV12 Prince by Smock. Let's get a last look at this thing. It's so cool looking. So this one was provided to me by Smoko Vapor. And like I said, if you want to check one out, or if you want to pick one up, just stop by one of the 7 retail locations. It makes a great Christmas present. Looks really good in the box, and once they open it up and use it, man, are they going to be happy. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the links at the end of the video.